Okay, close your eyes for just a second. I want you to imagine the sweet scent of burning incense catching on a cool mountain breeze. Picture these vibrant emerald green rice terraces cascading right down into misty valleys, and just listen for the rhythmic, hypnotic chant of ancient temple ceremonies echoing over crashing ocean waves. Beautiful, right? Today, we're exploring a place that is honestly just as much a feeling as it is a physical destination on a map. Welcome to our explainer on Bali. Discover the island of the gods.
But before you even think about packing your bags, you need to ask yourself one absolutely crucial question. Are you just looking for a standard tropical vacation, or are you ready for a journey straight into the heart of living, breathing legends? Okay, let's dive into this. Because to truly understand Bali, we have to look way past the typical tourist brochures.
What we're going to do in this explainer is bridge a pretty massive gap. On one hand, sure, you have the physical travel spots, right? The stunning beaches, the luxury villas, the trendy cafes. But on the other hand, pulsing right beneath the surface of all that is a living mythology. In Bali, a mountain isn't just rock and magma, it is a deity. A lake isn't just water, it's literally the home of a goddess. So we're going to explore the must-see tourist spots and natural beauties, but more importantly, we're going to decode the incredible stories that make these places so deeply powerful. Section 1. A Journey Through Time. Penglipa Run Village. So our very first stop takes us high up into the cool, misty air, about 600 meters above sea level. We're visiting a 700-year-old utopia that traces its roots all the way back to the ancient Bengali kingdom. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why Penglipa feels so incredibly peaceful. They use an architectural layout called tree mandala. In this village, space isn't just randomly built upon. It is strictly, carefully divided. You've got the sacred spaces for the gods at the very highest elevation, the residential spaces for humanity right in the middle, and the public or less sacred spaces down at the lowest point. It's designed to create absolute, unwavering harmony between the spiritual world, the human world, and nature itself. And to maintain this ancient harmony, the village operates on some pretty fascinating rules. First off, absolutely no motorized vehicles are allowed inside. You literally have to park outside and walk, which keeps the air unbelievably fresh. Actually, because of this intense dedication, it's ranked as the world's third cleanest village. It operates under strict customary laws known as a week. These laws dictate everything from environmental stewardship to daily routines. And framing this entire pristine community is a massive, serene bamboo forest acting as a natural boundary. I mean, it is for sure the ultimate escape from the modern hustle. Section 2. Waterfalls, volcanoes, and lakes. From the quiet, manicured paths of the village, we're moving out to the raw, untamed power of the island. Bali's landscape was violently forged by fire and shaped by water, and the sheer scale of its natural wonders will literally leave you speechless. Deep in the lush, whitewater jungles of North Bali lies Sikompo Waterfall. Now, you might be wondering about the number 7. Well, that actually represents a secret about this destination. You see, Sikompo means gathered together in the local language. This isn't just one waterfall. It's a spectacular collection of 7 different waterfalls, towering meters into the air and crashing down into a verdant gorge. Getting down there means trekking down rock stairs and across rivers, but it drops you right into the beating heart of Bali's pristine tropical ecosystem. But remember what we talked about earlier? That dual nature of Bali? Think about this comparison. Geographically speaking, Mount Agung is a massive active volcano, and Lake Batur is a stunning caldera lake. Science, right? But to the Balinese, this is sacred ground. Lake Batur is guarded by Devi Danu, the supreme water goddess who blesses literally all the irrigation on the island. And Mount Agung, well, it's believed to be the home of Basuki, a colossal cosmic dragon. The legend says Basuki slumbers deep within the molten core of the crater, with his golden scales shimmering in the heat. So when that volcano trembles, it's not just shifting tectonic plates, it's the dragon stirring, a cosmic reminder for humanity to keep their spiritual balance in check. Section 3. The mystery of legendary temples. That intense need for spiritual balance brings us to the most visually stunning and, honestly, the most culturally profound aspect of our journey. To appease the gods and protect the island from chaotic forces, the Balinese built magnificent directional temples at key geographic points. Let's move through time and see how this builds. Way back in the 8th century, high on the slopes of Mount Agung, Besaki, known as the Mother Temple, was established as the spiritual center of the island. Fast forward to the 11th century, and a Javanese sage expanded Uluwatu, perching it precariously on a 70-meter-high sheer limestone cliff that drops straight into the Indian Ocean. Then in the 15th century, we see the creation of Tanah Lot, famously sitting on an eroded rock formation right out in the crashing surf. The story behind Tanah Lot is just incredibly moving. It centers around a revered 15th century priest named Dangyang Nirartha. Legend has it that he was on a divine mission to spread his teachings. And when he faced opposition from a local chief, Nirartha used his spiritual power to literally move the massive rock he was meditating on right out into the sea. And then he transformed his sash into venomous sea snakes to eternally guard the temple. To this day, when the tide rolls in, Tanah Lot appears to magically float on the ocean, acting as a real-world testament to that ancient miracle. Another deeply spiritual site you have to know about is Lempuyang Temple, which actually predates many others on the island. Ascending Mount Lempuyang is seen as a climb that is both physical and spiritual. When you finally reach the top, you stand at the famous Heaven's Gate. What's so powerful here is the architecture itself. The split gate perfectly frames the majestic, imposing peak of Mount Agun way off in the distance. It visually and spiritually represents the transition between our earthly realm and the divine realm of the gods. It is absolutely breathtaking. Section 4. Bali 2026. New Routes. All right, now let's look at the near future, because as we move through 2026, the way people are experiencing these legends is fundamentally changing. The mass crowds in the southern beach towns are prompting smart travelers to totally rewrite the map. Notice the shift in where people are heading. Instead of packed tourist traps, the 2026 traveler is going north and east. For example, less waterfall. It offers these crystal clear plunge pools with basically zero crowds. Nature lovers are all over it. Then you've got Tenganan Village in the east, which allows history buffs to witness ancient, perfectly preserved double ikat weaving. And Munduk up in the highlands, it's drawing people in for peaceful retreats with its cool, fresh mountain air, untouched coffee plantations, and just absolute tranquility. So what does this all mean? The defining travel trend for Bali right now is all about deep cultural authenticity and highly personalized private experiences. People just don't want a generic bus tour anymore, right? They're seeking out private drivers to take them off the beaten path, far away from the noise, so they can actually hear the island's stories. They want the genuine jungle views, the hidden canyons, and real, authentic connections with local villagers. At the end of the day, Bali isn't just a place you visit. It's a narrative that you step into. Whether you're finding absolute serenity in the bamboo forest of a 700-year-old village, feeling the ancient power of a cosmic dragon on a volcano trek, or watching the sunset from a cliff-top temple guarded by the sea, the island is waiting. The map is in your hands, the hidden gems of 2026 are calling, and those ancient myths, they are still very much alive. So, I leave you with this. When you finally pack those bags, which of Bali's legends will you become a part of?